In that culture, you have to say no 3 times, otherwise you're greedy. So it's a lot of, do you want tea? No, no, I'm good. Do you want tea? No, no, I'm good. Do you want some tea? I'm gonna make you tea. So every time you walk in a house, you have to expect to get tea. Now that I'm here, I find that when someone asks me if I want something, I immediately want to just say no. And they take me on the first go, and then I'm like, oh, well, you didn't ask again. And so it's like hard for me to remember that in this culture you say yes the first time. If you want it, you say yes. If you don't, you say no. And not to feel greedy and rude because I say yes. I drink a lot of tea, and I think it's the habit of being able to offer tea and smell it and have the leaves, because that's something that was just very much a part of my life growing up in Nepal. When people walk into my house, I automatically just like, well, I don't know what to do. Like, can I give you tea? Can I get you some water? Some biscuits? Like, I feel like I need to have like a little thing of biscuits on the side, or, sorry, cookies on the side to give people with their tea. And it's just like, thanks for coming into my home, let's have tea. A lot of my friends that have grown up here in the States or spent their whole life in England, and even ones that spent their whole life in Nepal, their sense of identity is in where they were raised and where the piece of paper says they're from, like their passport. I was raised in a culture that wasn't my own. I spent most of my time growing up split between Texas and Nepal. My parents were missionaries. My mother is Filipino, and my dad is Caucasian, German, Irish, Scottish. My dad was raising us very like American, and my mom was raising us Filipino. The American customs trumped the Filipino customs, but every once in a while it would like sip its way through. And then moving into Nepal, my family was very big on keeping everyone together. They always said we'd move back to the States before they sent us to boarding school. So it was a lot of traveling, mostly to India, and once to Bhutan and Tibet, Thailand and India. And within Nepal it was like motorcycle trips to villages, which I guess isn't normal for everyone else. I don't know, it's normal for me. Sometimes I think of my brain as not a cubby hole, as like a file system. You know, like one of those ones for the library, and you have to look the little boxes, and each box represents a different culture I was raised in. We'd have a lot of Nepalis coming in and out of the house, and we'd go into villages, and I mean, just to get around, you have to know some of the customs if you're gonna get along with people. I grew up with some of the traditions, like my mindset was kind of changed to some of the things, how you serve people and how you interact with people. You never use your left hand, you always use your right hand. You basically put your hand on your wrist when you pass something over, and that's like a sign of respect. If it's someone you really want to respect, you put your hand at your elbow when you hand the stuff to them. If I have tea or food and I'm giving it to a group of people, I always get kind of confused because each custom is different, but who do I give food to first? And in Nepal, it would be the male. It would be the guest male, is how we always did it in my house. But then I know some Nepali customs in some of the other regions, you give it to the father first, the man of the house first. In a lot of ways, my mindset is kind of Nepali.
I think I said I have a jacket.
When I talk to my parents, we usually switch constantly between English and Nepali. And they're not Nepali, it's become such a habit for us to speak Nepali in our everyday lives. So it'll constantly be switching back and forth. I think that's easier for me. That helps me adapt to being here, because that's just the most natural way for me to talk, is to hop through languages and speak 2 or 3 different ones while I'm trying to have one conversation with one person. And sometimes I won't be able to find the right word in English, but I can remember it in Nepali, so I say it in Nepali. One of my favorite statements is "Bafri buff." Every time something surprises me, I'd say, mostly in my head, "Bafri buff," and that means wow. I find that my sense of stability in who I am and where I'm from, I find that stability in relationship with God and making sure that I have a relationship with my parents and my family and keeping the people I love close.